Hello everyone, welcome back to Kozzie Tea. It's Rob here once again with another video. Today I'm going to show you how I did a portrait in oil pastel of my late cousin Demont Hooper. I'm really excited to share this with you, so sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. And say hi to my fish. I can't zoom in. I can't zoom in this way, but there's a lot of them. All right, into the video. All right, so we are starting this whole thing off with some lovely camera problems. We love that, but behind the camera issue is the sketch. We're starting off by drawing just a simple sketch of Monty, getting the actual shapes of his face down, trying my best to get him onto the page. And then I'm gonna start adding the oil pastel. Supply-wise, I'm using 9x12 mixed media paper from Canson, and then Sennelier Oil Pastels, and one Mungyo Gallery oil pastel in the color of pale ochre. I'm beginning the pastel process by laying down the colors that I want to show through the painting. I want a very warm colored picture because Davion, or Monty as he's known by his friends and family, was a very warm-hearted person. He had a lot of love in his heart, a lot of compassion. He was very open-minded, and I wanted to encompass that warmth by using those colors to my advantage. You can see me using some other tools in this. They're actually clay tools. They're rubber-tipped clay sculpting tools, but they actually help a lot with moving around the oil pastel. So if you're trying to get really specific little touches in there, the tip of an oil pastel isn't really built to get that in there. So those tools can really help you with that. And they're really affordable, like less than $5 for like 3 or 4 of them. The way I did this was I built up the values. So each area, the lighter areas, I just kept adding mid-tone and then a highlight and then kind of blending and then getting it to the point where it looks like there's a diffused light over the cheek. His cheeks are really round. They're also higher up on his face. So I wanted to make sure that it looks like the top portion of the cheek is lighter than the bottom portion, but also that light is not just a light spot, it's diffused and it's showing the depth of the cheek, what's closer and what's farther back. Now, there were some challenges in this drawing, of course, the main one being getting the shape of his mouth just right. In this picture, you can kind of see, you can see him in the background, the reference photo. He's kind of got his tongue pushed against the one side of his mouth, so that part of his lip is lower than the other side. It's the subtle things like that in a portrait that really showcase the person that is in the picture. So even if it doesn't look completely identical to the individual, those little characteristic traits stand out so much, and especially people who know that individual are going to see those from a mile away. Also, getting the proportions of the face correct. I think still at the end of this, his nose is too far down and too far to the right of the image. It should have been more to the left and pushed up. You can see a little bit more of the underside of his nose than the top, and I'm kind of showing both in this image, but I think because in general you can still see the personality of the individual, it still works. The other challenging element was the eyes. He has a lot of creases around his eyes, and I noticed this to be a part of that side of my family in general, because I also have that. It's not always the best idea with a medium like oil pastel to go in and try to get that, exactly the way it looks. So just trying to create that depth that's there and getting those lines to be exactly the way they should be to convey that message without it muddying up the eye area. There's a lot going on in eyes, and you don't want to add too much. Simple is better. So I had to play around with that a lot. And I did that basically with everything here because the base was down. It was just about getting that rendering exactly the right way. Now, his hair changes in this image. You can see the reference photo in the back. It's kind of cut off, so I had to reinterpret it, but I had it laid back. I realized from other pictures of him that typically if he has less hair on the sides, his hair is likely tied up on the top. So that's why the hair has changed. I was a little upset about this because there wasn't enough room to fit that, but I didn't want to slick his hair back if it wasn't slicked back. As this is a YouTube channel and a growing community, please like the video if you did like it. If you don't like it, dislike it twice because YouTube will give you extra brownie points. And then comment, what do you think of the portrait? I hope you like it. I'm very proud of this, and I know there's a lot of room for improvement, but there was a lot of things coming through this painting that I just wasn't expecting in the process of doing it, or drawing, oil pastel painting, drawing, whatever you want to call it. I found this video of Monty on C-Losta YBL's channel, so you can check them out if you want to watch the whole thing. I shortened it a bit. There is a delay from the audio and the video footage, so that's just from the clip itself, but I think it's important to have his voice in here. I'll see you guys at the end of the video for the reveal.
So learn how to be you, then windows start opening up. Like my brother just said, you're going to be lost in the sauce. If you don't learn yourself, you can't learn another motherfucker. You got to learn yourself to learn another person. Be the best person you can be. Only person stopping you from being the person you can be is yourself.
Oh gosh, hold on before you leave. I forgot to say one more thing. Don't forget to stay cozy. I'll see you guys next time. Peace.